your boy Oscino Fly back with another review, and this time we are reviewing DMX's Exodus. Now, y'all already know who DMX is, legendary rapper out of Yonkers, Rough Riders General. Need I say more? Around April that DMX has passed away. May God rest his soul. Left us with a final album of his, which is what we're reviewing now. You could say like he's one of those people, like even through all the trials and tribulations that DMX went through, he was very much loved in his career. Now, I already reviewed his classic review, is Dark and Hell is Hot, and like I already gave that. So when I heard that he was dropping this, I was like, of course I'm gonna review this. This DMX. So what do I think of Exodus? Let's get into it. The best way I could describe this album is, have you ever had a group project that you did all the work and everybody else's work is mediocre? Like everything you done put in, like it's real good, it's perfect, you made sure it was perfect, like you basically came there and showed up. But when everybody else put their stuff in for the group project, it's not up to par as yours. You either get a bad grade or a mediocre grade, and it's not your fault. But at the same time, you just not a group project thing. That's how I feel about this. As far as DMX goes, from the side of DMX, yes, he's 50, but the aggression is still there. I feel like the lyricism is still there. Yes, there's one or two times where like he doesn't catch the cadence of the beat, but that's really like nitpicky-ish, and it doesn't really happen often. Maybe like once or twice. But other than that, DMX is there. Like the aggression, the lyricism, and all that other stuff. He sounded like he was back in his bag. He sounded like he was doing his part. It was everything else. Now, don't get me wrong. The album, it starts off really good. Like with That's My Dog with The Lox and Bad Sauce with Jay-Z and Nas. Like it's like songs like that, it starts off and it feels like a DMX album. Like somewhere, Swiss was, doing his thing on the beats, and DMX was doing his thing rapping the features. They was giving these nice ass lyrics. It's just like everything was falling into place until you get to money. I don't like the hook out of money because I don't know. It's just I don't like it. Just money, bitches. Money. Like I really didn't like that, and I don't think Moneybagg Yo is a bad rapper. I just feel like he just didn't belong on his track. Like it just seemed out of place, and that's another part about everything after, let's say, after Dogs Out. On Dogs Out, Lil Wayne does his thing too, but everything after Dogs Out, it just seemed like very out of place. Like Moneybagg Yo on there, even though he tries, and it's not like he does a bad verse, it just seems out of place. Hold Me Down with Alicia Keys, and I love Alicia Keys. Y'all understand, I love Alicia Keys to the fullest, but the song isn't bad, but it's just like, I don't know if it just meshes well. And then you have Skyscrapers with Bono. The song is not bad, but it's just, I just didn't feel like it's a DMX type of vibe. Like when you get DMX, you get the grittiness and the hip hop and the raw shit, like that boom bap shit. That anything that's required to DMX. Like even his like more popish songs are like you still got that grittiness and the griminess from there. This, it didn't feel like that at all. It picks up again with Hood Blues with Griselda, and which is probably like one of the best tracks on here because Griselda does their thing. Take Control with Snoop Dogg, and I've always said them two had a great verses. It's probably one of the best verses on there. And the song is fine, but I wish they would have done something more grittier. But they're two 50-year-old gentlemen. They don't have to. And DMX has to have songs, like usually when DMX, makes songs for the ladies, they are hits, they're bangers. Like any songs when he makes about the ladies, they're bangers. And if I can compare this to the other songs that he done made, it doesn't match up. But it's not bad either. It just doesn't match up with how's it going down or what you really want from a nigga. Like it doesn't really match up on songs like that. Letter to My Son, I don't want to say it's a tearjerker, but it does get some emotion out of it. And I like the fact that he did pass away, and this is probably the last thing he probably wrote to his son. I don't know, he probably not talked to his son, but basically like the fact that this is on the album is like, damn, it makes you realize that damn, he's really gone. And it just, I don't know. It's like, it's a great song about it. It's a great song, by the way, too. But it's just one of those. It's like, you just, when it hits, you just realize, dang, he's really gone. And this is probably the last thing he done wrote for his son. Like, I don't know his relationship with his son. I hope they're all good. I hope it was good before he passed, but it's just that, damn, this is the last thing, like, as his son, it's like, damn, this is the last thing you probably hit. And that's how I feel about it. Overall, it's not a bad album, but it's not a good album to me either. DMX part, I feel like it was really good, but the mixing of some of the audio songs, the swizz on it sometimes, it's just like, the mixing on the audio is sometimes off, because it sounds like, because there's sometimes DMX sounds like he was recorded in a different studio, like the beats sound like one part, but his mixing in the audio sounds very out of place, and you hear it sometimes. You know, like I said, some of the features are just like, really? Like, this is what you put? Like, I'm never gonna understand Bono or U2. Like, I understood Marilyn Manson and DMX, but Bono and DMX, that one is just, it was just weird for me. So with that being said, I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. Like I said, like, if you want to listen to it from a DMX versus, he does his thing. And I feel like if Swizz took more of his time on there, because I don't know if he rushed it or not, but this album does feel rushed. And I feel like if he just took his time on it and then like and have it a little bit mixed and mastered, I feel like it would have been a better outcome. I felt like if how can I say it? I just feel like it's just rushed, and I feel like if he could just took more time on it, it would have been a better album, and I would probably give it a better score than a 6. I don't want to give him a 6, but at the same time, as a, you know, so, because I did like the album from DMX's point, but it's just like, I can't ignore some of the slip-ups that is in this album either. And like, I can't, like, and I don't know if this is fair or not, but I put this against It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and then there was X and Grand Champ, albums that I think they're classics. And then you have like, and does this like compete to any of them? It's just like, no. Don't, like, when I talk about those 3 albums, it's just, to me, like, those were the classics. And Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood, like that one too. Like, he has classic albums and shit. And does it amount to any of them? No, it really doesn't. Rest in peace, DMX. You know, I hope you find some, you definitely one of God's children, and I hope you find your peace in heaven. And like, you left a legacy that is unparalleled to everyone else on here. Like, you are definitely mixed. Excuse me, you are definitely missed around here. So let me know what y'all think. Did y'all like the album? What would you rate it? How did y'all feel about it? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you felt about the album. Till then, my name is Oscino Fly, and I am out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove of rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fudge with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She rolled.
Pharaoh.
Aha!